Good morning students. Welcome back to DLF class. In this class we are going to see binary storage and registers. In the previous class we have discussed about 1's complement, 2's complement, 9's complement and 10's complement and their arithmetic operations. Now we are going to discuss about binary storage and registers. Binary means you know that it has only two states, that is 0 and 1. So next we are going to see about the registers. First we will see the binary storage. The digital system must be able to physically store some information. So the information stored here is in the digital system is in the binary form only, zeros and ones. When the discrete elements of information are represented in binary form, that is already I have said in the binary form, the information storage median must contain binary storage elements for storing individual bits. So it should have some binary storage to store the individual bits. That individual bits means 2 bits, only 2 bits, 0 bit and 1 bit. So totally 8 bits you call it as a byte. So first we will see what is a binary cell. A device that possesses two stable states, that you call it as a binary cell. Okay. A binary cell is a device. It possesses only two states and capable of storing one bit of information. So it is a device that possesses only two states and it is capable of storing one bit of information, that you call it as a binary cell. Okay, it capable of storing only one bit information, that you call it as a binary cell. Now next we will see what is a cell input. Receives data and control signals that set it into one of the states. That means cell input means receives data and control signals that set into one of its states. It may be a 0 state or it may be a 1 state. That is cell input. Now we will see what is cell output. Physical quantity indicating which state the cell is in, whether the cell is in the 0 state or in the 1 state. That is the cell output. Physical quantity indicating which state the cell is in, whether the cell is in the 0 state or it is in the 1 state. States are encoded as binary digits. That is states, I already said it may be a 0 or 1. So states are encoded as a binary digit, that is 0 and 1. Now we will see what is a register. Okay. I will say some general things about registers. A register is a group of binary cells. Register is a group of binary cells. Then what is a binary cell? A binary cell is a device which possesses two states and it has a capability of storing one bit of information, that you call it as a binary cell. So what is a register means? A register is a group of binary cells. A register is a group of binary cells. Since a cell stores one bit of information, it follows that a register with n cells can store any discrete quantity of information that contains n bits. If there is n cell, can store any discrete quantity of information that can have n bits. So that is the general thing about a register. Register means you should keep in mind it is a group of binary cells. So since a cell can store one bit of information. Okay. Flip-flop is a 1-bit memory cell which can be used for storing digital data. To increase the storage capacity in terms of number of bits, we have to use a group of flip-flop. Such group of flip-flop is known as register. So see here, this is the important term. So you should, if you come across register, you should keep two things important in your mind. One is a register is a group of binary cell since a cell can store one bit of information. So then here see, a flip-flop is a 1-bit memory cell, that is a 1-bit memory cell which can be used for storing digital data. To increase the storage capacity in terms number of bits, we have to use a group of flip-flops. Such flip-flop is known as a register. So both the definitions are same. The n-bit register will consist of n flip-flop. So n-bit register. So if you want to store n-bit number of states, that is 0, 1, 0, 1, you should use n number of flip-flops, and it is capable of storing n bit of word. A register with n cell can be in the form of 2 power n states. The register state or a content can be interpreted as a value, ASCII value, etc. So now we will see the example. The following is the 8 and 6 bit cell register. So see here, already I have said. So this is how individual bit is stored in a cell register. So this is a 8-bit cell register. So see here 10, 10, 11, 01. So this is a 16-bit cell register. So this is 1 bit, this is 1 byte, this is 2 bytes. So this is the example for binary storage, 16 cell register. So this is a 8 cell register. So each cell consists of 1 bit. See here, this is 1 cell, 1 bit. This is 0, this is also 1 bit, this is 1 bit, this is 1 bit, this is 1 bit. This is how bit is stored in a cell register. Now we will see what is a register transfer. So what is a register? How it is transferred? That we are going to see in the register transfer. Okay. A digital computer is characterized by its registers. So the memory unit is that we will see here. The diagram, it will be very easy to understand to you. So this is how the transfer of information, register transfer, that you call it as a register transfer. So this is a memory unit. This is a memory. This is the diagram, example of binary information processing. So see here, this is a memory unit. So what is a memory unit? A memory unit is a collection of thousands of registers. So this is a memory unit, is a collection of thousands of registers for storing digital information. Now we will see what is the processor unit. The processor unit is composed of various registers. So see here, this is R1 is one register, R2 is another register, and this is R3 is another register. Okay, what is the use of the processor unit? It is composed of various registers R1, R2 and R3 that store operands upon which the operations are performed. Digital logic circuits for adding, but that is register R1 has some content, register R2 has some content, that is the binary information. We are performing addition, that is sum, and we are storing in the R3. So now we will see how this works, how this works. See here, so from the memory unit, the operand 1 and operand 2 are loaded to the processing unit. So now the R1 has the same information that is in the operand 2, and operand 1 has the information, gives the information to the R2, that is to the processing unit, from the memory unit to the processing unit. Now the digital logic circuit for binary addition performs the sum. So, and it is stored in the R3. Okay, see here, this is circuit elements to manipulate individual bits of information. Load store machine, this is load store machine. So load R1, load R2, add R3, that is the content of R1, the content of R2 is added and stored in R3. So see here, this is R1. So load R1 means the register R1 is loaded, Load R2 means the register R2 is loaded. Now the digital logic circuit for binary addition performs the sum and stores in R3, that is add SD R3. So that means this R3 is now goes back to the memory unit. From the memory unit only the R1 and R2 are loaded and it performs the addition and it is stored in R3 and it goes back to the memory unit. So that is what performed here. So I will say again, once again explain. The part of processing unit has 3 registers R1, R2 and R3 together within the digital logic that manipulate the bits. R1 and R2 and R3 R1 and R2 performs addition and it is stored in R3 and can be transferred back to the memory register for storing until it needed. Okay, so this is what the binary storages and register. Thank you. In the next class we will come with another topic.